Good evening, race fans. It's Friday night. Finally, we are live at Bristol Motor Speedway. That's been a change up in the schedule, as I posted earlier on the Facebook page. It was supposed to be a dirt race, but they ended up changing it to the asphalt part tonight. So it's going to be 350 laps tonight. Stages will be at 100 and 200. The dirt race got moved to the All-Star event. So that's going to make some things interesting toward the end of the season. Currently, we are qualifying, and you can see there who has the pole so far. Just waiting for things to wrap up here. So far, it looks like Hoots is going to be on the pole. Kind of just waiting to see who all goes out. Looks like everybody has went out. So it's going to be Hoots on the pole for sure. There's a starting order tonight for top 12 here. It's going to be Hoots, Collins, Tallman, Batby, Compton, Pike, Lewis, Bledsoe, Fallen, Stoff, Sealing, top 12. Further on back, we got Schill, Goodwin, Wilson, Clark, Brusker. The lights are off on the pace car. Like I said, it's going to be 350 laps for tonight's race. Quite the distance we will go. 8 sets of tires, 1 fast repair, so that nothing there changes. Pretty decent size field we have tonight. Pace car is off. Let's get this thing going.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. 24 gets a pretty good jump here.
Caution's out.
And we have an early yellow.
Everybody on the racetrack will be pissed off at somebody else on the racetrack before the
Lewis
race
has
over
turned
with.
around. My oh my. It's not how we wanted to get tonight's race started. Let's kind of go back through the field and see what transpired. Oh, looks like the 70 just kind of spun his tires there. He's got a lot of front end damage already. That's may not be too hurtful here. These guys are checking up, slowing down. So you see these top 4 cars, 5 cars, 8, 3, 42, 20, 31. They're all behind the pace car, but they should get this wave around to go back around the pace car because Hoots, the 24 car, should still be the leader. Kind of waiting to see what iRacing does with these guys in front of the leader here. For next Friday night's race, we go down south just a little bit and we head down to Atlanta. That racetrack there likes to chew up tires. It's rough. We'll see what the drivers do there next week, but let's get through Bristol first. Tonight's race number 3 of the season.
Not going.
We got a delayed green. Sounds like. See these guys here, like I said, they're gonna go to the back. They should still be on the lead lap. They just got stuck behind that pace car. Right there's our leader, Hoots. Collins there second. Tallman third. Fourth looks like Babby. So those are your top 4. Tallman's going to choose the outside lane here. We see this quite a bit, even in real life. These guys they like that top lane. You can get a pretty good run off the corner exits and carry that speed down the straightaways. You also gotta be careful though. You can also get pretty loose off corner exit. This league is fixed setups, so everybody's on the same setup. Nobody has an advantage over one driver or the other.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out. The 24 gets a pretty good jump. Looks like the 54 spinning his tires just a little bit, and that's going to allow Batby to take over to 3rd place. Now here comes 54 Parker looking to the inside. 24, he's using that outside lane to his advantage. He gets that run off the corner exit like he did there to lead another lap around this place. Yeah, like Collins is going to fall in line. He knows that Boots is just a little bit quicker than him right now. Came down to these two to win the championship in season 1, and ultimately Boots didn't get enough points that he needed in the last 2 races of the season to get the championship. So Parker Collins there riding in second was your champion in season 1. See these two are right back at it, going at it for first place here. See what else is going on back here through the back. We'll keep an eye out on the lead. If there's any battles going on early or not. You can see Compton boys are kind of riding single file. Got Schilling behind him. You got the 48 also right there. You got a rookie there in the 7 car who's in the mix. Oh, and the 48 gets loose and he goes around. That's going to bring out a yellow. The 8 gets involved. The 31 of Clark also gets involved in that. So that's going to bring out caution number 2 for tonight. Rewind this race just a little bit. Let's go back and look at the replay here. The 48, he really doesn't have anybody challenging him. He just gets a pretty good run here, goes off into the corner, backs off to 87 just a little bit, gets another good run going down this straightaway. And you see here, it just gets loose. The car comes out from underneath of him. You can see the 3 gets into the back of the 8. The 70 also getting involved there, and the 31 of Clark comes sliding in. So we got 17 drivers tonight. 48 of Wilson's the last car on the lead lap. He was involved in that latest incident. The car got loose on him and he went for a quick ride into the inside wall. See here, Tallman chooses the outside lane once again. There's a little bit shake-up in the second row. The 23 of Tallman's actually going to be on that outside. It's going to put Batby down on the inside, the top 4. And then you got the Compton brothers back there in row 3.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Green flag is back out. Boots gets a pretty good jump here. So does the 54. 54 is going to stay right there with him. Looks like the 54 may have the lead early. Parker's letting his car roll through the turn, and here comes the 24 fighting back on the inside as those two swap positions. And now the 24 is going to move up the racetrack, and he's going to try to find the momentum off this backstretch here, going into turn 3. You can see how he's fighting the wheel off through straightaways. You can see that his car got loose there off the front stretch, and he had to save it there. Nice and easy on the throttle. It gets loose there again, so he's going to lose a little bit of time to Parker if he keeps getting loose like that. Let's ride on board with Parker to see if he's fighting any looseness. It's all about brake and throttle control at this racetrack. See Parker, he's nice and steady on the wheel. Gets down on that gray. He gets a little loose right there, but that could have been that he's so low off the racetrack. See the top half are a single file. Still a single file this far back. We got Compton, Zach Compton, that is, trying to make a move on the 7. We got a yellow.
So
It's
what you
our
got going on up
third
there, bud?
yellow of the night. Mark is a little slow, so we can go back and see if it was him, and it was. Took me a minute to find who was involved here. So Brian Clark, 31. There he is in the middle of your screen. The 3 comes down and tags. He's falling, and that's just going along for the ride at that point. So we're going to restack him here. It's going to be interesting to see what Parker does if he chooses the inside or the outside. He got the lead on that last restart on the inside while Hooch chose that outside lane. But we'll see what Parker decides to do here. Three, he's got quite a bit of damage right now. It's not looking good for him. Here comes Derek in the 87 car. He's part of that HT gaming team. Looks like he's missing quite a few teammates tonight. Just Keith Fallen, part of the Milsim racing team. If you missed last Friday night's race over at Indianapolis, you can go back on either Facebook or YouTube and watch that race. We had a bunch of lead changes, some drama in the race. It was an excellent race to call. CJ was with me in that race, and not sure where he is at tonight. So it's just me up in the booth. Parker's going to choose that outside lane. Let's see if Hoots here can take the lead away from Parker on this restart. Pace car is off and
Green.
Parker is off as well. 24 is kind of slow on this restart. That's going to allow the 23 to close in. Parker's got a really good lead right now. Pretty good sized marginal lead. The top 5 are going to settle in pretty nicely. Nick Compton losing spots. See if he's going to be able to rebound here. He got the 70 on the outside, who bounces off the wall, hits the wall again, takes out the 87. We stay green. We are still green. And 70 gets back into the 3, and
Talk to me, good.
what a change of events. 70 looks like he may be done for the day. He got a tow back to pit road. There's the 31 at Clark. He's on pit road. See the 8 car there going around. He's just getting a lap back. Got a few cars back here deciding to come down pit road. Got the 42, the 80, the 45. That all else he decided to come down pit road and get service done. The 80 is away. The 45 is still on pit road. He needs to hurry off pit road before pit road closes. And so he does not go a lap down to the leaders here. And he's away now. We're gonna ride on board with Alex Tallman here in the 23 car on this restart. He's currently sitting in 3rd place behind Collins here. Collins is going to choose the inside. A little bit something different from the previous restart where he chose the outside last time. So this time he's choosing the inside. 23 is going to be behind him.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. See, Tallman gets a pretty good restart here. Got a nice jump on the 24. He slides up the racetrack just a little bit. It's going to allow the 89 to go by him for 3rd on that outside lane. Looking back from the 23 car, he's got the 7 right there, then not too far back. We got the 81 and the 09, 87 in the 20 car. Collins is gone once again. Got the 81 and the 87 battling for 5th and 6th right through here. The 7th car is in 5th position. Everybody knows how valuable stage points are at the end of the stage, so you want to get all you can. '87 is riding a nice line, nice and quiet. Octane is using that outside wall almost, doing everything he can to stay off of it. Looks like he gets into it just a little bit right there, but he's going to have a run going down the front straightaway here. But not enough to get around the 7. He's all the way up against the wall. Now here, the 81 goes back in the middle. And here he is up against the wall almost again. So he's starting to come back down off that wall where he was a few laps ago. Riding on board with the 87 car of Sealing. Derek has a pretty good run. He has to let off the throttle here. Almost gets into the back of the 7 car. We can see how steep this banking is at this racetrack. If anybody's never been to Bristol Motor Speedway for a NASCAR race, I would advise to go. It is one of the best places you can go for a race. I remember like 20 years ago you couldn't get a ticket to this place, but with today's prices and everything always going up, it's always find it easier to get tickets. So they're definitely out there if you ever want to take our family to Bristol. I'd definitely advise going. Here we are. This is what I was looking for. I saw this corner of my eye and I was trying to get the right camera on it. 3 wide. They make it work. Woo! That's something you don't see every day at Bristol. Got the camera back on those guys right in time. And contact between the 45 and Wilson. That's Darian and Wilson there. And
pressure, temperature right there.
rings out a yellow once again. That's caution number 5 for tonight. Still got 40 laps until the end of the stage 1 is complete. I got a feeling by the end of this race, we're not going to have very many cars on the racetrack. Kind of go back and watch what happened between the 48 and the 45. It's tough racing. Looks like a lot of guys are coming down pit road now to get service done to their vehicles. Remember, these guys only get 8 sets of tires for tonight. It seems like a lot. We just have to see how many cautions we get and see how fast these guys go through these sets of tires. I would think that these guys have plenty of tires for tonight, so I don't think that should be an issue. Now, last week I think they only got 4 or 5 sets of Indianapolis, and they had to really save some tires and whatnot. So a little bit of change up here on this latest caution. It looks like Nick Compton and Derek Schilling is going to be on the front row. Parker Collins and Hoots there in the 24 car is going to be in the second row, and Tallman and Batby will be in the third row. Those are your top 6. Remember, folks, stage 1 ends on lap 100. 87, Derek gets a pretty good restart here. Nick spun his tires, it looks like, and it's going to allow the 24 to get by pretty easily. And the 24's got all kinds of momentum, and we have a caution. 6 cautions now for tonight. Derek was your leader on that restart, so the 24 has to let him go by, and we will pit it in blimp camera view and see if we see anybody slow. Didn't see anything. Check again. Oh, here we go. Oh, is this? It looks like the 89 at Batby. This restart gets sideways. Yeah, Parker just comes up into him, turned him around. Could have been a lot worse than actually it was. So Derek Schilling in the 87 is going to choose the outside lane once again. Seems like where that's the spot to be on these restarts. We saw Parker choose the inside earlier. It worked out good for him, but it's just driver's preference. Where do you want to take the green flag at? You'll hear me say it time and time again. You get the run off the corner exits on that top lane better. I feel like if you're on the bottom lane, the guy can really pinch you down there and you can't get back into the throttle as quick as you want to.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out. Here we go. The 87 has an isolated. And here comes the 54. He's going to try to get alongside the 24. The 24 is inside the 87. Parker's going to make it 3 wide. What a move. And the door is going to close for the 7 who tried to follow Parker in there. That was a nice move to do that. That's the second time we've seen 3 wide tonight. Usually that don't work out too well for these guys, but Parker has the fastest car right now, and he has this thing figured out early on. We'll have to see if anybody can do anything with him as the race goes on. The 7 car though looks like he's trying to take third spot away, and he does easily in here because Nick Compton trying to take 4th spot away. 87's gonna fight back pretty hard though. See there, they're still battling. Here comes the 23 taking a sneak peek inside. He gets alongside the 87. He's going to go passing the 87 easily. Here comes Bledsoe in the 42. He's 87. I don't think he took tires. He's probably regretting that now as the Compton boys take him 3 wide, and it's getting dicey. He's losing all kinds of spots right now. Back out to the lead though, nothing has really changed. The top 3 separated themselves quite a bit. Oots is sticking right there with Collins. It'd be interesting to see what these two can do tonight. Once we get some green flag laps under our way and get these cautions done, hopefully we can stay green for a little bit. All this is doing is allowing the 7 car to close in. Last week we had Matthew Batby, one of the rookies for this league, come away with the victory. And right now the 7 car, another rookie, is running strong early on. As 24 and 54 are side by side. The 24 gets loose and he's going to pound the inside wall there. And that's going to bring out a YOLO.
I know, man. I think we need to start putting like an age limit on racing or something, you know?
So Hoots gets back into throttle way too soon or something, and his car snaps around loose on him as he's on the inside of Parker Collins. You can see Hoots goes down to the inside, off the throttle, gets back in it. Yeah, he just gets loose off corner exit, locks up the brakes, keeps it there that way nobody hits him. One thing I think about Bristol though, if you get damage like this, you can, I don't think it's going to hurt you too bad. Obviously if you blow your engine or something like that, yeah. But I think Coots will be okay. He should not need a fast repair. He could try it out, see how his car handles, and if it's handling terrible, it does not have any speed, then you'd want to use that fast repair. But right now, I'd keep it in my back pocket and see what the car does after we get going green once again. Anybody out there though that's on PC and wants to join the Xfinity races on Saturday nights here for all high octane sim series, we could definitely use more drivers. It's tomorrow night we race number 3 of the season, just like for the Cup Series. We race on Saturday nights. Qualifying starts at 7 o'clock Central Time, so please check us out. We use fixed setups just like the Cup Series does. Have limited tires and fuel. And if you are in the points lead, you have a chance to move up to the Cup Series. I think I'm sitting 4th over in the points standings as of right now. Last week I started 3rd and ended up getting on the pole off the front too. Decided to go to the back. I think I finished 7th, but Xfinity Series for High Octane Sim Series is looking for drivers if you are interested. Alright, pace car is off. 54 is away, and here comes the 7. Let's see what the 7 can do. 42 bounces off the wall just a little bit. He's able to save it. Goodwin started near the back of tonight's race, and he's all the way up here in 2nd and trying to close in on our leader up here. Parker, he's using the high lane, trying to get the runoff corner exits. He uses the bottom here in turns 3 and 4. See what he does back in 1 and 2 here. Yeah, he's using the bottom, so he switched it on me. Riding on board with Goodwin here. Seems to be pretty quick. Gets a little loose right there, but is able to save it. Parker moves back to the top. Seven's got pressure from behind. The 23 gets to the inside of the 7 car of Goodwin here, and Tommen gonna take this position away. So Tommen moves up to 2nd. Goodwin's gonna fall back to 3rd. Bledsoe, he runs 4th currently. Further on back of the pack though, we got Ballin, Batby, Compton, and Lewis trying to figure out what they can do to get around one another. Like Batby may get freight trained here. All these guys are using the top of the racetrack while Batby's stuck there on the bottom. Compton gets a little loose behind these group of cars that he was catching in a hurry. Seems like these guys may have got it figured out as Lewis is trying to use the bottom lane now to get around Zachary Compton. That's going to allow Nick Compton in the 80 car to close in. Lewis gets a little loose there off the corner exit. Nick Compton's going to go to the high side. Gets around Lewis. Now he's behind his brother. Contact between the 20 and the 80. 89 gets involved. It's going to be a yellow.
Everybody on the racetrack will be pissed off at somebody else on the racetrack before this race is over with.
See, the contact was made between the 20 and the 80. And the 89 got involved. I'm not sure if the 20 came up or if the 80 came down. Go back at it and look at this replay, see if we see anything. So in fact, that is going to do it for stage 1. Hey Parker, it's starting up in the booth, you got me.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, you took it 3 wide there. Were you nervous when you done that?
To be honest with you, I didn't even know I was gonna go 3 wide until I was in the middle of it. I thought Riley was gonna roll the bottom a lot better than he did, so I just kind of cut down there, assuming that he was, kind of gonna clear the 87. He didn't, and kind of had to act fast because didn't want to wreck anybody again. So yeah, that was a little scary, but so far so good. Car feels really good, especially on the bottom and the top. So yeah, see what happens.
Well, the 24 looked fast and he got loose behind you. Then you got the 7 car and he looks dicey fast here and there. So it looks like you got the dominant car so far and good luck going forward though.
Yep, thanks. Enjoy the show.
Collins once again will be your race leader on the restart. Hallman second, Goodwin third, Bledsoe fourth, fifth, Schilling sixth, Show seventh, Fallen. Eighth will be Wilson, ninth, Staff, 10th, Lewis, 11th, Batby, 12th is Compton, 13th is Compton, 14th, Hoots, 15th, 16th, and 17th are out of the race. So 14 guys on the lead lap here once we get going.
Green flag.
So 100 laps down, 250 laps to go for tonight's race to call it done for the night. Still lots of racing left. Seven and the 42 got a nice little battle going on. The 7's behind him lurking, trying to get up here and take this spot away. See, the top four really separated themselves. Almond's starting to close in on Parker up here. 42 still battling the 7 car there. And we do have another caution. Don't know if Lewis is involved in that or not. Eh. I think that all started with the 80 car. Rewind this thing just a little bit more. '80 gets into this 20, but that was before then. Once again, lights are off on the pace car. This is our 9th caution we are working, one for a stage break. Up 117 of 350. Still 3 cars out of the race. Everybody else is on the lead lap.
Ready, green flag.
Collins is away, and here comes Tom, and Tomlin's going to try to stick with the 54, but is unsuccessful. 7 and the 23 side by side for second. Seven, he moves into second place. 23 is going to fall back to third. But don't look now, here comes Keith falling in that 09 car back there in fourth. Top 6 are single file. Everybody else is starting to get single file now. Hoots is starting to make a charge back after he got loose battling Parker earlier in the race. Stuck behind this line of traffic. He's got a long ways to go yet to get back up to where he was running. Wilson, Shell, and Zachary Compton all right there together. Seven and 23 is not letting Parker get away. Kinda expected Parker to have a bigger gap over a second place than he does now, but that is not the case. As the battle is starting to heat up for second here, looks like Tomlin may have just a little bit quicker of a car over Goodwin. See, Hoots, really hasn't made up a whole lot of ground yet. Still working around this traffic, trying to get around Bledsoe. Then he's got Lewis and then Derek chilling there together. Bledsoe got into the wall just a little bit. Top four hasn't changed, at least still about the same. Looks like so far Parker Collins has the fastest lap at a 14:75. See there what everybody is running on your screen: Toyota, Chevy, Toyota, Chevy, Chevy, Toyota, Toyota.
Caution.
Three
caution.
Chevys, two Fords, three
Alright, bud,
Chevys, a
give me
Ford,
10 on your
and
car
a
there.
Chevy. But we do got a yellow. That's gonna make it 10 yellows for tonight. Once again, we'll go to the blimp view, kind of rewind, see what happened. 24 slow down here on the bottom of your screen. Oots is still on pit road, so he's going to be multiple laps down. Waiting for the pace car for the lights to go out. Looks like Oots is 4 laps down currently. Lap 139 of 350.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out. Side by side for second as Parker Collins is trying to scoot away from these two. Goodwin's been fast all night. He's been up here inside the top 5 since he's gotten up here and hasn't really dropped back any. Showing plenty of good speed for a rookie driver for this league. Some of the other rookies are not racing tonight, the 03 and the 3, along with the 9. Darian and Nick are side by side. Wilson right behind these two. This here is a battle for 9. Oh, contact with 48 gets into the back of the 80. The 80 had to get real slow and check up so he didn't run in the back of the 45. And unlucky, he actually got ran into by the 48. 48 bounced off the wall there. Needs to be careful. He had the 8 car on his inside. Nick finally gets around him, and we do have a yellow out on the racetrack. It's like Bledsoe was involved. Let's go back and figure out what happened here. Ah, it happened in front of Bledsoe. It's like Fallen may have been involved. Ooh. $23 and 7 involved. They started it. 87, and everybody else just piles in from behind. That's our 11th caution for tonight. Parker's on pit road getting service done 23, and here comes Bat being 89, should be in second. Darren may move up to third depending on who all stayed out on this race caution here.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is back out. Nick Compton gets a great restart here. He's going to bring the 45, that tiny dog with him, but Parker, he decides to get back in the gas early, and he stuck it. It's going to be a new slip. Bobby gets into the 80 car, yeah.
One thing for sure,
Another
everybody
caution.
on the racetrack will be pissed off at somebody else on the racetrack before this race is over with.
Some of these guys coming down pit road to get service. Lap 158 of 350. 12 cautions for tonight. longer this race goes, I feel like the shorter amount of cars will have like almost like a last man standing, if you will, for this race. Some people don't like this racetrack, others love it. Um, Personally, I don't mind the racetrack. It's not my favorite, but could be a lot worse. One of the racetracks I do not like is New Hampshire. I'm terrible at that place for some reason, so I'd rather race Bristol than New Hampshire any day of the week. Got word though, I was looking through the YouTube comments that Riley Hoots blew a motor, no indication, and along with the 87, not the 87, but that the driver blew a motor, no indication at all.
Green.
Weird. 54 is out and away. His teammate, that tiny dog, is there in second. Alan Bledsoe moves up to fourth. Alex Tomlin moves back to side by side for third. Looks like Bledsoe for the moment is going to keep it. Then he gets loose. He's going to be on the apron. He's going to lose a couple positions here, so he's going to go back to fifth. Here comes Keith falling in that 09 car. Nice and easy for Keith. He's playing nice right there. He's kind of throwing line and didn't want to get him back at the 42. See just about everybody single filed for the guys that's still on racetrack. 23 looking low, trying to get around the 45 here. '87 slides up the racetrack just a little bit, has to get out of the gas so he does not run over the 45. The 11 cars are now on the lead lap. We started with 17. Compton, Lewis, and Hoots all laps down. Rosker, Pike, and Clark are out of the race. Just about 30 more laps until the stage 2 comes to an end. Battle for third starting to heat up just a little bit. 87's trying to get around Darian here in the 45 car. Almost a second lead there for Parker over Tallman. Third is Stahl. Fourth is Schilling. Fifth is Bledsoe. Sixth is Compton. Seventh is Tallman.
Caution,
8
caution.
goes back B, and
How
we
you doing
have
there,
a
kid?
caution on the racetrack. That's Wilson, once again. Find out what happened here. Bounces off that outside wall and collects the 7 car. The 7 car is having a pretty good run. Earlier, he's inside the top 5 and lost a little bit of track position. That's easy to do here, bouncing off the walls and stuff. You run out of real estate so soon, thinking you have all kinds of room to your outside, and you don't.
Green, green, green. Caution's out. Hey man, your mic sounds like it's a little far away from your mouth again. Just double check that for us, please.
Hey, Derek, it's John up in the booth. You got me.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, you had a nice recovery. You won stage 2 there. How's the car holding up?
Well, since I had to use my quick repair, it's actually been a lot better.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you took the lead away from Parker there, and that was a nice little battle between him and the 23, and he's able to close in and take that lead away. You think you have what it takes here to hold off Parker as we still have 150 laps left?
It's going to depend all on pit strategy because I'm not capable of doing the long run. I've got a good short run. So if it's a long run at the end, I hate to say that I don't think I'm going to be there.
Well, you never know if the cautions play right into your hand. You never know what could happen.
Oh, yeah, if they play into my hand, I'll be up front.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to it, and good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Derek Schilling, or stage 2 winner.
What's going on, Johnny?
Oh yeah, how are you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
It's been an eventful race so far.
Yeah, it has. Once these guys settle down a little bit, got some
Any
good racing in there.
any word when you might be able to get back into the race car?
So I leave here. I leave Texas on Wednesday, but I'll be on leave for a month, so I probably won't be home until the end of the month. I will be home for a few days. I might be able to race 1 week. I think it might be a road course, but my wife did say something about, oh, we can stay an extra day and let you race. So, and I talked to my wife maybe possibly taking my rig up to her parents' house because that's where we'll be for the pretty much my whole leave period. So we'll see. I don't want to set my stuff up at her parents' house, and if they don't have a good setup there, if I don't have the room.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of stuff you need to take. I mean, just monitor a computer, the basic stuff, but
Yeah. So,
Green
well, we'll
flag.
see. I'm itching to get back for sure.
yeah, I've been trying to get some more guys for the Xfinity series, but I haven't had any luck.
Yeah, that's a pretty hard battle to fight right now. These guys got to get involved. So we got a pretty good idea in the next few weeks, I think. Kind of like an all-star thing. I don't want to give a big secret out, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be different. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be separate from the league racing. It will have an entry fee, and a little bit of payout. But most of the proceeds will be going towards broadcasting fees for next season.
Yeah, have you guys
Kind
found a
of.
new broadcaster yet?
We haven't really been looking yet. I wanted to wait a little bit because it's still kind of far out.
Yeah.
I did message a few the other day, and a lot of broadcasters are busy on Friday nights, so it's clearly a popular league night. So yeah, but we're still looking.
Yeah, there's plenty out there. I know that one I think I tagged you guys in and said that they were open on Friday nights the other day.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they said that they had opening for Friday nights. They're pretty popular.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'll have to go back and look. Hold on, give me 1 minute.
Yep. Parker moves up into the lead again. Second is Tallman. Third is Batby. Fourth is excuse me. Fourth is Goodwin. Fifth is Bledsoe. Sixth is Fallon. Seems like now everybody's single file. I think we're gonna go green here for the remainder of the race. Unless some kind of weird thing happens. I think these guys are really spaced out right now. Got a little group of cars here that could get somewhat racy. We'll have to keep an eye on this group of four. And from here on back, you got the Compton boys. You got the 87 and the 8. So yeah, right now not much happening on the racetrack as the 42 gets a little sideways. He's able to save it. So that's going to space these guys out even more. So those of you that may have been wondering, Nick was in here and I guess he got a phone call or something, but I will be stepping away from the broadcast booth at the end of the season. I plan on getting back in the racing side of things and just taking a break from broadcasting and maybe doing something part-time or full-time of racing. I haven't really decided yet, but definitely want to spend more time with family when I can. Working third shift right now. Don't really get much family time, so at the end of the season, I told Nick the other day that I'm just going to step back for a little while, so he fully understood. Definitely want to get back into the racing part of things, though, for sure, even if it's part-time here and there or full-time. See there, Collins, he's hitting a lap down there on the 87 car. So Derek Schilling is now 1 lap down. Shell there in the 8 car, he's the second car on the lead lap. Or the last car on the lead lap, now sitting there in 8th place. Matt B riding up against the wall. He's got pretty good momentum coming off the straightaway there. He's trying to close in on Tallman. So Matt B trying to take second place away, and he's going to be Goodwin with him, trying to at least. And Tallman may be fading just a little bit here. Oh, that 89 gets into the wall just a little bit right there. That's right on board with him. See what he's doing here in these corners, and he's right behind here, Nick. And he's going to slow him up just a little bit, and he gets out of the way there finally. Batby kind of rolls the center the best he can, and right there's the race leader. He's got places to go, things to do, and he's going to scrape that wall once again. Let the car roll through the corner. Batby's doing what he can to stay off the wall. It's hard to do at this place. There he does a nice job just kind of letting the car come to him, staying off the wall. See what he does down here in these corners. Again, he stays off the wall right there. Just let the car come to him. He's only about 2.25 seconds back there from Collins, 2.3 seconds back now. He's the advantage Collins has over Batby. So Parker's going to be closing in on some of the stop traffic later on. We got Shell here in 8th, that's one of his teammates, and we got Zachary Compton here in 7th. I know one thing, it's time to go. You got to go. Here comes the race leader. You do not want to get chopped a lap down. The more that these two fight for the 7th position here, the easier it is for Parker to close in on these two. Seven cars are now on the lead lap. Compton being the last car on the lead lap as of now, but here comes Parker, who's trying to make that 6 cars on the lead lap. So now there are 6 cars on the lead lap. If a caution were to come out now, Zachary Compton would be your lucky dog. Bledsoe is just right there in front of Parker Collins, as we still got 102 laps remaining in tonight's race. It's one thing that these two, the 87, the 81 and the 8 didn't want to happen was Parker Collins to close in on the 42, because now the 42 would be the first car one lap down if a caution were to come out. Then the 42 would get the lucky dog. So now 5 cars remain on the lead lap. Tallman, Fallon, Goodwin, Matby, and Collins. 8th is Tallman, so he is the last car on the lead lap. And there's Tallman there, and there's Keith Fallon there in that 09 car. Back up here to Goodwin and Matby, looks like a hornet's nest. These group of cars. Trying to get situated and be careful not to bring out a yellow through here. Almond's on the pit road now. He's coming to get service done, so he's gonna go laps down. So one thing you don't want to do is pit under green unless you absolutely need to. So it should make it 4 cars on the lead lap. Well, the good news is for Keith Fallon, it's a long ways between him and our race leader before he goes laps down. See Tallman, they're still on pit road, so he may have called it quits for tonight. Started on board with Keith for a little bit. He's trying to battle Goodwin here for 3rd place. Oh, Tallman decides to get back up on the racetrack, but he is going to be laps down. Looks like Tallman's going to be 5 laps down. Derek Sealing in the 87 car showing he is out of the race for tonight. Heath once again falls off just a little bit. He was up here trying to battle for third. Third is his highest finishing, I believe, through the first two seasons. So it's definitely making to do something. And here comes a 7 on the pit road. 54 Parker Collins is also on pit road. So finally we get to see some green flag pit stops. One thing you don't want to do is speed on pit road. Two 74 out of 350 complete for tonight. Collins is away. There goes Tallman getting one of his laps back. So now it looks like Fallon is your new race leader. Everybody else is 2 laps down currently. Waiting to see when Keith decides he's going to come into pit. He might be able to stretch it on fuel, depending on how many more laps they can go here. How short they are compared to the end of the race. You know, if you're like 1 or 2 laps short of on fuel, or even 3 and 4, or whatever, you could save some. But we'll see. You know, I don't have the gas mileage wrote down or anything of how far these guys can go the distance. Here comes Parker. He's going to easily go by Keith to get one of his laps back. So now Parker is 1 lap down. Here comes Tallman in that 23 car getting another lap back. So now Tallman is 3 laps down. Collins is 1 lap down. Batby is 2 laps down. Goodwin is 2 laps down. Bledsoe is 3 laps down. Keith is really stretching it out here. I'm a bit surprised he hasn't decided to come in and pit yet. One thing about it is he has really old tires right now, and everybody can just blow by Keith. But another thing is, once Keith does decide to pit, he'll have the freshest tires out of everybody. Here comes Keith now. We'll see what happens, how this really plays out. See how slow he is getting on the pit road, trying not to speed. Keith is looking for a nice clean pit stop. Here comes Parker. Parker got his other lap back, so he should be on the lead lap now. Yes, Parker is our new race leader once again. He has a just about a 5-second lead over Matby there in second. So now there are only 3 cars on the lead lap, including your race leader. 297 of 350 complete. 53 laps remaining in tonight's race. See, just everybody's so strung out through it. Really isn't much action happening on the racetrack right now. Can't really find anything. See the 09 going around the 23 here. Keith does have the freshest tires out on the racetrack currently. But at some point I would think that those tires would even out. Well, here's your second and third place. Goodwin and Batby is second and third, trying to find their way around Nick Compton here in the 80 car. Nick's going to give way here to the 7. Solid night for these two rookies. Should finish inside the top 5. See there, the 89, he had a little bit more of a problem getting around Nick here. He had to go to the outside, and he lost some ground to the 7 Goodwin there. At Compton coming back down pit road. There's our race leader there going into turns 3, coming out of 4 now. Ethan Common got a little bit dicey there, and they was able to keep it nice and straight, kept it going forward. That could have been trouble for our second place driver there, the 7 car. Compton came out, got fresh tires. He looks like he's on a rocket ship now, trying to pass people, chase them down, do whatever he can to get back around these guys. Well, Parker put the 3rd place driver a lap down, so that's only 2 cars now on the lead lap, with just over 25 laps to go. Working 319 of 350. Collins has a just about 7-second lead at 6.5 at the moment over 2nd place Goodwin. I think some of these drivers are ready for this race to be over with. It's been a long race, 350 laps. It's only a 150 lap race shorter than the actual Cup race here in the fall. I know when the NASCAR Cup Series comes here in April on Easter, it will be on dirt, and I don't think the race will be as long either. I think it's only 400 laps. There's first and there's second, so definitely a ways to go to catch up to put him a lap down. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time to do it. Oh, Tomlin gets sideways, puts it down on the apron. It's a nice save on his part. No harm, no foul. Definitely sucks for guys like Tomlin and Hoots, who's running strong early on in the race, and this had trouble. Along with Derek, he took the race lead away and was on a different pit strategy. And fortunately, the cautions didn't fall the way he would want them to get back up here and contend for the win, but just wasn't his night, I don't guess. Well, Goodwin just pitted, so now Parker is the only one on the lead lap. Well, Ballin is on the lead lap, but he's being chased down by Parker. We'll have to see if these guys got to pit again, because we know that the 7 pitted, the 89 pitted. "11 laps remain tonight's race." Here comes the 7 car. Good one trying to get a lap back. So now he'll be 1 lap down. 2 laps down, excuse me, once he gets back around Parker here. Eight laps remaining. So your first and second right there on the board. 6 laps remain. Parker real slow up into the fence area right through there. Heath is trying to hold on and not to go a lap down here. 5 laps as they just crossed the line. Once Parker in the 54 gets back to the line, it's going to be the last lap. 1 lap to go here for Parker Collins in the 54 machine out of Tiny Dog Motorsports. He picked up 6 or 7 wins last season. Tonight he's going to pick up win number 1 for season number 2. Parker Collins, then if the 54 is your race leader as he slides across the start finish line. What a dominating performance by him. All but 1 car 1 lap down or more. Heath Fallen is going to come home second, and Goodwin is going to cross the line there in third. Interviews will be coming up shortly. Let's go ahead and bring Parker into the booth since he's completing his burnouts. Hey Parker, it's John up in the booth, you got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, that's win number 1 for this young season of race number 3. Picked up your first win, your first burnout of the season. Dominated the whole race pretty well, all but 1 car 1 lap down or more.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. Was definitely interesting from lap 1, but you know it was a lot of fun. Led a bunch of laps, and yeah, really happy with how it all ended up happening. Wish we could have had some of our teammates up there with us there at the end, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Next week is Atlanta. I don't think we'll race there last season. What are you looking forward to next week?
I think Atlanta will be definitely interesting. I'm interested to see if iRacing ends up putting on the new Atlanta. So that'll dictate whether we race the one we got now or the new one. But you know, as far as the old one goes, it's definitely a track with a lot of character. You know, tire saving is really important. So you know, we just be all about keeping that right front on, not burning it up or anything. So I think if we can do that, we'll be in pretty good shape.
All right, well, we'll let you go and see you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Hey Keith, it's John up in the booth, you got me?
Hey, yeah, I got you.
So you got second tonight. That's your highest finishing position on the season, and I think it's your highest for the career at a high Octane Sim series. So congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Did I saw you pit late. You was one of the last cars to pit late. I wasn't sure if you was trying to stretch down fuel and make things interesting or what, but you led some laps and had a strong outing tonight.
Yeah, I was trying to see if we can get a caution. I had everybody a couple laps down and going to try to make up some time that way, but then no caution came out, and I had to push it as hard as I could to get back on the lead lap. And by the time I passed Parker, my front right tire was gone.
Yeah, after stage two, after some drivers fell off the race or ended up quitting or whatever because of issues, it seems like once the field got smaller, the field spread out more, and it just there wasn't no caution, hardly any action to really talk about on the racetrack at that point.
Yeah, we got spread out, and there's a couple of times, we were beating and banging. I had to let up quite a few times from wrecking somebody that checked up in front of me. But overall, I mean, it was a really good race. Tired. It was a long race, but I want to give a shout out to my mom. She just recovered from brain surgery yesterday, and she's doing very well. And Mom, I love you, and hopefully you continue to improve.
Well, sorry to hear about your mother. Hopefully that she does better, and I'll be praying for her.
I appreciate it. She's doing really well. Doctors even said that she looks like she hadn't even had brain surgery, so that's a good sign.
All right. Well, next week is Atlanta. We didn't race there in season one. Do you have any hopes there for next week?
Well, we'll have to see. I know season two, I think it was season two or season three of iRacing drops Tuesday night or Tuesday morning. So we'll see if they actually update the Atlanta track to the new configuration, or are we going to be racing the old one? It'd be interesting if it's the new one because nobody's raced it, and we'll see how that one goes. So I'm kind of hoping for the new configuration.
Yeah, it seems like the old one. It just chews up your tire so easily.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a tire chewer track. But either way, we're gonna bring the Captain Jack Chevrolet there and see how good we do.
All right. Well, good luck next week, and see you then.
I appreciate it, man.
Well, I was trying to see if we could get Goodwin in the booth, but I've been looking for him, and I do not see him anywhere. Anyway, Goodwin finished third tonight in tonight's race. You heard me say it time and time again. Next week is Atlanta. Broadcast will start about 7 o'clock Central Time. Tonight was a dominating race once again by Parker Collins. Let's find out who can beat him next week. See you then, guys.